Hello, and welcome to what I hope to be many episodes of my new podcast, Chasing Goosebumps. And this is something completely new. The last thing I did in 2009 was to start a Facebook page, like just a personal account. I had no idea what I was doing. And I've known for a while now that I wanted to do this. So I figured the first thing I would do in 2026 is start a podcast, and we'll see how it goes. So there are a few reasons that I haven't done it in the past. And for anyone who knows me, you know that I'm pretty present on social media, but this in particular I haven't done for three main reasons. And that first being is I always worry about what people are going to think. And I'm not sure why, because the people who support me, and the people who don't sort of ignore what I'm doing, as they do with most people. So I don't know why I worry about that. This second thing is that I worry that I won't have something interesting to say, or who am I to impart knowledge. But that's not really the purpose of this. I'm going to talk about some things, and then I intend to have other people on to talk about stuff who have lots more experience and insight than I do. And the third is I think about what if it's terrible? And I think that's never really stopped me before. So I realize that those three things don't really matter, because this is something that I feel like I'm supposed to do, which gets to the crux of it all. That's what this is about. It's about following those instincts and those tiny insights inside of you that you feel but don't always act on. And I'm calling this chasing goosebumps because for me, that's what this is. It's chasing goosebumps. And most of the time, or when I'm in a good place, I follow through on those thoughts and they lead to good places. And sometimes I get kind of bogged down on myself and I don't do that. I also want to say it sounds kind of echoey in here. And this background, I'm not sure about, but where I actually am right now, I'll see if I can change it. I had a disaster in my basement. So my walls, there's nothing on them. I don't have my nice background and stuff yet. So that's why we're using this. And it's kind of nice. It gives me a goosebumpy feeling, I guess. I want to talk as much as I can to people who have followed through on their passion and what it takes to do that, and how they know that they're making the right decision, and what are those things, those signs that show them this was the right way to go. And for myself, I want to talk a little bit today about why I believe strongly in this. I talked about that first Facebook account that I had in 2009. By 2010, in February, I started a Facebook page. At the time, it was called Hockey Moms in Canada. I started it because my own kids were in hockey. It was kind of dramatic, and I'm a rational person, couldn't really figure out what to do with it all. And so I wanted really to get advice and input, understand how other people had navigated it. So I started this Facebook page, completely uncomfortable, to the point that I started it anonymously. I did not tell anyone it was me. I just started it. By the time I got to around 1,500, 2,000 followers, uh, people figured out it was me. And so I had to sort of tell them. And even within that first year, we ended up having a Hockey Mom luncheon with Don Cherry. We did all sorts of cool things that never would have happened had I not taken that first step of following through on something that I knew that I needed to do. Fast forward, I did, there are 40,000 followers across platforms now, by the way, and it's been going strong. 2016, I knew I needed to start reaching out to moms, and I did that. Some of my first moms were Travis Konechny's mom, Lawson Krause's mom, and Kelly McDavid, uh, Connor's mom, and started to do that. Even though it was terrifying, I thought, why are they going to want to talk to me? I had help to be connected, and started doing those conversations. So by the time and recording them. And by the time the pandemic hit and I lost all of my income in 2020 and was trying to stay busy and keep my mind occupied, and decided it was time to get back to writing a book, I reached out to Terry Marcotte, my co-author. He ended up being my co-author. I was just reaching out to have him connect me to people, and he ended up offering to help write the book. And we ended up with a bestseller. I had no idea. Well, neither of us had written a book before, but if I hadn't followed my instinct and made those first steps and had those first 7 interviews done with some pretty prominent people, nothing would have come out of that, I don't think. And then also in 2020, I did post, one post on LinkedIn that I almost didn't publish, but I'm glad I did because the VP of Marketing Hasbro Canada saw it, and that's what made him ask me to work with his marketing team with Hasbro. They also asked me to incorporate Play-Doh, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I had to do it, set myself up, and that's what ended up launching us into this place where we are now, where we do corporate training with Play-Doh, have the exclusive North American license. And the book deal with HarperCollins around the Hockey Mom stuff, Hockey Mom is the heart of the game, the Hasbro stuff, Play-Doh Power Solutions, those two opportunities came together within 3 months of each other. 6 weeks actually was like the distance of when the offers really came in, the actual offers. And had I not been really in tune with myself at the time, I don't feel like anything would have happened. So this is about how to get yourself to that place where you can follow through on those gentle nudges that bring you opportunities that help you live your life in a way that's exciting and meaningful to you. So those are some of the things that I want to talk about. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities I've had. Chasing Goosebumps is going to be about finding inspiration, talking to people who found their inspiration, figuring out what it was to help them get there. You might also know another thing I did in 2020. It was so much fun. I just had this thought that a lot of people in my small town, there's so many incredible people that I knew from my high school that have gone through the high school in my small town. And I thought, wouldn't it be incredible if we could somehow connect, I guess like an alumni, but it's not really an alumni. It was just more people there to share experience and their experiences so that they are there. A lot of people who graduate from my school and do cool things aren't in the community. So the kids who are still in the community don't get to see it. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool to showcase some of those people who've done cool things that people from this community, the one I'm in right now, don't get to see. So we'll be talking to some of those people too. And I really want to think about how to get to that place of following those gentle nudges that we all feel. So we'll explore topics that are meaningful. We'll talk to people who have passion for the work they do, and some people who are doing cool things that I may have known in my past or are connected to people I know in my past. So that's what I want to say today. And I'm not sure if we'll have a guest the next episode or if I'll come on and share more things that are interesting to me. And we'll see where it goes, because I'm sure I'll get feedback, and I like to just keep pushing in the way that it feels like I'm supposed to go. So thanks for joining me, and look forward to seeing you next time.